Mr. President, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, and learned a lot hanging out with the president.
And how is the other president?
What's it like to be home?
It feels great. You know, I know it sounds silly, but there's so many Irish Americans like my relatives who got here, got to America in 1844, 45, and 46, who've never been back here. And they talk about it. The interesting thing, I know many of you have the same experience with your ancestry wherever the country and of origin was. But you hear all these stories about, you know, what it was like back in Ireland. They heard from their parents and grandparents and great-grandparents. And the thing, my first trip over here, when I went to the Boyne, and I looked down and my grandfather Finnegan used to say, his grandfather Owen Finnegan, and used to say, Scranton, Pennsylvania is just like the Boyne Valley. And I thought, when you stand there, when you look, in Scranton, there's a river runs through called the Lackawanna River, and a mountain on either side, in the valley where we live. You could look down and see, you could see how 100 years earlier, it would look like the Boyne. And there's all those things anyway. It's just so great to always have the juice back.
Mr. President, could you give an update on that leak investigation, the leaked documents from DOD?
I can't right now. There is a full-blown investigation going on, as you know, with the intelligence community and the Justice Department, and they're getting close. I don't have an answer.
How concerned are you about this leak? Are you concerned about the leak?
Okay, guys, it's time to go. Let's go. Cool, we got to move.
I'm not concerned about the leak because, and I'm concerned that it happened. But there's nothing contemporaneous that I'm aware of that is of good consequence.
Are you concerned about relationship with allies? Let's do. Cool. Thank you.
Defending in 2005, Mary Michael reached the mark the 10th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement, so that's significant for yourself. 25 years on from the Good Friday Agreement, what are your hopes for the next 25 years for the people of Ireland, both jurisdictions?
It gets even closer. I hope that the government begins to function as it used to, in terms of functioning as a representative body in the North. I think that's necessary, and but that's for you all to decide, not for me to decide. But I think that I'm very proud of my colleague George Mitchell. I think he did a fine job. He said 300 days of failure and 1 day of success, and we got to build on that 1 day continuing. Thank you.
Mr. President, can I have a selfie?
Mr. President, are British secrets safe in American hands, Mr. President?
Selfie, Mr. President, very quickly, just over here. Thank you. I'm Henry McKean from News Talk Radio Ireland. Lovely to meet you.
All right,
Who's going to take the selfie for me? Here we go. Oh, I'm Jim. Absolute star. Lovely to meet you.
Yeah, starting off with my civilian reputation. But
Mr. President, why do Irish shoemakers make great presidents?
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing that my great-great-grandfather left from the same port 5 weeks later after Roddy's great-great-grandfather. The idea that they both would seek a new life and think that the great-great-grandsons, he ended up being president of the United States, just, well, not. Just gets us like, that's the Irish. Thanks.